My friend Leo has made a lot of... Okay, that was just the lens cover. We're good. But what I meant to say was my friend Leo has made a lot of money selling on Amazon. Is he pulling up in the Beamer, in the Benz? You never know, because man's just got it like that. Now, he's actually a very community-focused, philanthropic individual who started when he was 17, and for about the last 5-6 years has full-time ran an online Amazon business. And in this video, I swindled him into revealing the ins and outs of his business, how he started, how everything works, and everything in between.
Let's do this.
So how much money do you make? Okay, well, no, let's actually rewind a little bit here and give some context. So I do a different type of e-commerce, which is Shopify dropshipping. And ever since I started talking about it online, people have always brought up the question of what's better, Amazon FBA, Shopify dropshipping, where should you sell? The truth is,
I don't know.
Couldn't tell you. I'm completely oblivious to all of it because I focus on a whole different aspect and area of e-commerce. And there's also just so many different ways of making money on Amazon that it's just kind of a tough question to answer. But in this video, we're gonna have all of these questions answered by somebody who's actually in the Amazon business, who's been doing it for a pretty long time too. Honestly, even making a video aside, I'm personally just hyped to learn more about how all this works and how Leo started his business. So let's drive over to his laboratory and see what's up.
How's it going?
Left the Lambo at home today?
I bumped into a mentor.
Welcome to my MTV crib.
So the day started with a tour of Leo's warehouse, and the specific business he's in is called Private Label Amazon FBA.
Where we have meetings, presentations. The owner of one of the other brands that we run.
What's up, guys?
Vito, what's good?
This is our studio room.
Yo, what is this? You just got it like that?
A little cup of Joe here. But there you go. My Jack Tully, co-founder, CEO.
Nice to meet you.
The brains of the operation. So this is the warehouse. This is where we keep everything stored.
So the way Leo operates is he finds a product, puts a logo on it, orders it in bulk to his warehouse where he does quality control, and then ships it to an Amazon warehouse where Jeff ships it directly to people who order the product from Leo's Amazon listing.
28 in a row. You could dang near.
Come on, 9-figure business and you're rocking with this ball right here?
Maybach money music.
Talk, baby.
Are we doing an intro? What is up, YouTube? How do you keep the energy? Like, you're always like so energized.
Camera comes on, I'm just a different. So I don't want to dig too deep into your financials, but I think it'd be cool to start off with showing people what's actually possible with this kind of business and how far you could scale it. So would you be open to sharing some of your numbers?
I mean, yeah, I guess I wouldn't mind.
Okay.
Right, so I mean, we could start with our first 7-figure year was in 2017.
So only a year after you started?
Yeah, pretty much a year after we started, we hit that 7-figure mark. 5.5 years later, we hit our first 8 figures.
Oh, I'm sitting in the Maybach of an 8-figure entrepreneur.
Yes, in a sense. I mean,
Maybach
8 figures was 2021. So far, we are.
It shows you 2021 or no?
No, that's how stupid it is somehow. So it shows right there, which is so far year to date. So the 8 figures was not just one account. It's between those 4 brands.
So what are the profit margins looking like with an Amazon FBA business?
So it would depend a lot on what you're selling. So what product you're selling, your price point, the competition, your advertising. But a store could run you anywhere from around 25 to 35% would be like a good number that someone would reach later in their Amazon career.
So your biggest year was last year when you hit 8 figures.
Yeah.
Can you tell us what your biggest ever month was?
So between it all, our biggest month was last year still.
Okay.
Hit 1.9 million, just like right under 2
In a single month?
in a single month.
Yo, can you actually do like a quick growl? It's just to test the bass and treble levels real quick. You gotta go from within. How old were you when you first started, and kind of how did you even get into Amazon FBA?
So what happened was my dad bought this huge set of tools, like kind of, you know, the returns. I think you've done it in one of your videos, so where you get a whole pallet of returns, but this was a truckload. So there wasn't much profit in there. We did that for like a year. It was a failure. Point with that is, so there was these garage clickers within that tool set. So it's probably like one of the last things we sold. And we took them and they didn't sell on eBay. So we're like, let's try it on Amazon. So we throw it up on Amazon and sell out in like 2-3 days, 10, 15 a day. So we're like, okay, this is nice. This is like, there's potential here in Amazon. We just need to sell our own product. 2016, We came up with our first product. It was actually my dad's idea. Funniest thing and how it happened, I'm sleeping, it's like 2 a.m. and I hear my dad just knocking on the door. Like, get up, I got a product idea. So I get up and we're like in our sleeping clothes. 2 men just discussing the product idea. So yeah, that was kind of how that went. We scaled in from the garage at first. I mean, we started with shooting with their iPhone, but we had the whole family on board. You know, my sisters that were like 8 at the time, we were sitting there labeling, packaging. My brother was helping. My other brother, Vitaly, was shipping things out. And my mom's just frustrated. She needs her kitchen and there's just product everywhere.
Just child labor everywhere.
If they weren't related to me, it would be illegal. But they helped out.
But how did you make that take off? Did you just put up a listing and it popped off right away? Or how do you make something take off just in general on Amazon?
It took off because of how unique the product was. The product kind of sold itself. I mean, every review was, I'm going to get my brother one. I'm telling my coworkers. And it was kind of like word of mouth because we had no money for ads. We were spending like 20, 30 bucks a day on ads.
So you started in 2016. How would you recommend someone starts today? Is it still possible to start from scratch? Like if you were starting from complete scratch right now, how would you go about it?
I mean, what's the cliche saying? It's better to start yesterday than today.
Something like
that. Something
about planting a tree.
If I was to start today, I would first make sure I have a product that could fit in my hands. So you don't want to be having a bunch of return issues, storage issues, long-term storage fees, because like if the product's big and heavy, it's a lot harder to work with.
And where would you find the actual products?
Pretty much you start with Alibaba. And Alibaba has this very cool thing called trade assurance. So if you pay for a product and it doesn't arrive to you, then you get a refund. So there's like no real risk for you not receiving it. If it comes damaged or if it comes like ruined, you also can get a refund. Okay, so the next thing you would do is you would go, you start shooting your content. So once you have your content done, you have to really do a lot of research in SEO and copywriting because there has to be keyword frequency. The titles have to be a certain length. You have to make sure that your product is discoverable first. Once you have all of that, you're ready to launch. So you would send it to an Amazon warehouse through UPS. They have, I believe they have a partnership. So if you have 100 units, you send that 100 straight to one warehouse and then they'll distribute it where they think it needs to be.
Okay, so now the product is at Amazon. You have your listing ready. You just launch and people are going to start buying. How do people find your product?
It's dang near impossible for someone to find it.
Don't say that.
No, it really is. Like, I mean, you might get one sale in 30 days if you do nothing.
Okay.
It's not similar to eBay. So you kind of get the legs running, I guess, get the wheel turning. That you would do that through running ads, and it's a little bit different on Amazon. It's called PPC.
So that stands for pay per click, and it's how ads work within Amazon. Simply put, you just pay to have your listing show up when people search certain keywords. Now, due to these costs, you might have to operate at break even in the beginning to just build up reviews and orders on your listing. But once your listing gets more established, it'll start showing up in search results organically, so more people will buy from it for less money spent on ads, and you can start to profit and scale this way. So how much money do you think somebody would need to start off with something like this?
A good way to start would be maybe about 2,000, 2 to 5 if you want to go on the higher end. But it would kind of depend on what you want to do on your own. You know, like if you could shoot the content and you're good at Photoshop, you could do something there, you'll save some money. Most of the money goes into product cost and samples, so samples aren't free.
But if you get it right, you can run it for about a month at break even, and then you can start cracking a profit.
Yeah,
that's what you'd say.
Yeah, you won't be making a ton because again, you will have low reviews, so it just takes some time. I think after the 3-month mark is when you could be a little bit more happy with your results. And that's the cool thing with Amazon is like we've had the same product since 2016 till now, 2022. It's not a quick get rich quick scheme.
Man! My thoughts after today, I think selling on Amazon is a great business. Yeah, there is that bigger upfront risk, but with that comes some benefits like Amazon handling all of the shipping, Amazon handling some of the customer support, all of the ads can be ran within the Amazon platform, and it's also a very sustainable evergreen type of business. And it's not like you gotta be loaded to get into this. Leo and his pops were able to start with a couple $1,000s in their garage and scale that into an 8-figure e-com empire, which is just so awesome to hear. And they're actually hiring right now, so I'll leave Leo's email down below. They're looking for graphic designers, editors, basically anything to do with social media marketing or digital marketing or design. I'll also link his Instagram and a YouTube channel that he's starting where he's gonna be talking about Amazon FBA. So if you're looking for legitimate information from someone who's really doing it, I'll leave that linked down below. Hope you guys enjoyed this video and have an amazing rest of your day. Peace.